So check this one out. This is the kind of little gems you find when you're not even looking on a Saturday. I just think this is cool. So the salvage yard we're going to this morning is completely paved, which makes it different from most of the other ones that you go to. And it's also, none of the cars are piled on each other. They're each individually up off the ground on blocks or on rims. And they're separated by makes. So if you're looking for a specific one, it's real easy to find. So we're gonna go out there this morning. They usually have a couple old cars, a couple interesting things, but we're just gonna walk around and see what we can find. It's a nice Saturday morning in December, and it's 73 degrees here in Southwest Florida. So it's a nice Saturday to go in and find something that is interesting. So these are a group of Mustangs. That's what I like about this place, is they separate all the vehicles, so you're not walking around and just searching for a specific car here or there. So you can see all the different Mustangs, different body styles, different years. But if you're looking for a specific part, there's an SVT. All these are here, and so that's pretty cool. So this Mustang here, I mean, there's a lot of it here, and it doesn't look like it was hit. Even the hood. So if you're looking to make a race car, this would actually be a really, really good candidate for a race car. This would be a really excellent candidate for a race car. There's no body damage. All the big parts are there that you need. And you're not really destroying something that's worthwhile because everything's already gone. So there you go. Race car material right there. So here's something you don't see anymore. This is a 1990 Ford station wagon. Let's see, does it have the split seats in the back? It does. Does not have a back window, but remember these kids? If you grew up in the 70s or the 80s, you probably sat in the back of a station wagon and sat in those seats. So that's a little time traveling right there. And then of course, for the Chevy lovers, here's, wow, look at that one. That's not good. So old, what, 80, 81 or 91, 82 and 91. And here's a 2001 Camaro, a 2002 Camaro. Stuff to take out of them. A 1995 convertible Camaro. Wow, that roof looks in like excellent shape. I'm surprised that nobody has taken the roof off this thing. No tears, back window's even good. Look at that. 1995 Camaro. Back window looks good. Well, you got yourself a Monte Carlo 93 Camaro. Transmission hanging out. An 01 Camaro, T-tops are missing. And a 98, T-tops are missing, but the back window looks good. See, drivetrains out of here too. So check this one out. This is the kind of little gems you find when you're not even looking on a Saturday. I just think this is cool. What do you think? Look at that. Look at that. Somebody did a lot of work on this car. Somebody did a lot of artwork and seat work and upholstery work. And at what point did they believe that they were going to be in an accident and this car would sit in a yard? They did a whole Avengers theme. So we found this 1962 Comet shoved way here in the back. So let's take a quick look at it. So walking down, I find this old Comet. Look at this, a 1962 Comet. Jammed in here. The engine drivetrain's still in there. Huh. Look at this one. Glass is still in there, no interior. So, look at that. Front glass is still good, not even cracked. 1962 Comet. Let's go around the back. So, pretty rusty. There's the fuel tanks out of it. It's just a shell. Oh yeah, there you go. That's why. Look at the quarters. Look at the quarters. But the trunk is good. If you need a trunk. It's got some trim pieces here you could take. It's got some trim pieces here. The trunk lid, I mean, if you needed a trunk lid, it needs some work, but it's there. The back window, all the glass is good for this thing. So that's pretty crazy. Anyway, never know what you're gonna find. You really gotta look sometimes. So you really need to look around when you're on a junkyard. So I'm near this 73 Impala. It's a 4-door, not much left to it, but you know, walk around, take a look sometimes. If you're out on a Saturday morning, some of these pull-it places, you know, you go in, you might find something really cool. So heading over to the Pontiac section, have a couple older ones behind me there. You got a Fiero and some Firebirds. So this Fiero, an 84. God, I remember these cars. Everybody had one when I was in high school. So, and this one doesn't look like it was in a wreck, it just looks like it got old. Still even has the sunroof, and it really doesn't look like it leaked. If you look on the inside, and then of course you have the 90s era Firebirds, and another one. Seems to be a lot more the Camaros than the Firebirds in salvage yards. I don't know why that is, just seems to be. Here's a Oldsmobile Tornado, 1985. Look at all that leather, big trunk. But the coolest thing about this is, look at that. One big old Oldsmobile V8. You don't see the V8s left in the cars anymore, and that would be a fun little engine to play with. So, and all the parts seem to be there, but it's all the way at the very end. It's not pretty, but it's a V8. drivetrain just sitting there waiting to be taken. So I'm in the row of Cadillacs, and most of them are 07s or 03s. And then you come across the old 1991 Brougham Land Yacht. And the body panels on this look pretty solid. The consoles, everything. There's the whole front end right there. Glass, somebody's already taken everything out and just piled it in here. So glass is good, everything else is good. It's just piled in here. Ooh, look, real wood grain on the glove compartment. Now that's got to be worth at least a couple bucks, right? Wood grain, definitely. So here's an RX-8, 2004 RX-8 that looks like somebody was attempting to complete. It's all primer. It's got the doors that open up and everything. So this is another car that could be used for SCCA racing, because they've already pulled most of the stuff out that you need. So that would be a great little our SCCA starter kit, and half the work's already done getting it built. There's another one right there. So this is a good place to come and just get vehicles that you're going to turn into race cars if you want. I'm thinking that Miata is probably gone, but these RX-8s, they're good for racing. So finally here, along the wall in the back, they've got a couple older cars that they're probably just, you know, putting out there because they're popular. This is a 68 Mustang 6-cylinder. I mean, there's practically, I mean, if you want an original 6-cylinder, it's there. I don't think it would run. Wow, there's a gauge package down there. Somebody put down there. That I don't think that goes to this though. Anyway, there's a couple good pieces on here, but this is not. This is a parts donor car, not a rebuild car, obviously. So, but I mean, it's nice that they pull it out and they keep it here in case people need a couple strange parts like the lighter. Let's see, is it the lighter or the lights? I'm pretty sure. Okay, so the light switch is still here, so that's a plus. And side glass, corner glass is still in there. And then this is, looks like a 70 to 72 442. So that's a 442. It's a 1970 to 72. If you needed a door, maybe the other door, the mirror over there. So there's not a lot left on this thing. It has pretty much been stripped to the bone. So you've basically got two doors, some door handles. That's about it, pretty much. And then here we have a 64 T-Bird. And this has a lot of parts. I mean, the front bumpers, some of the front sheet metal, light sockets, that kind of stuff is here. It is missing its power plant drivetrain, but it's got a lot of original parts. If you wanted to make something original, it's got some sheet metal on it that if you're in need of sheet metal, I mean, it's obviously you could probably buy aftermarket patch panels, but if you wanted something that was from 64, I mean, this door's, and all the glass in here looks pretty solid. Let's see, you got some control pieces there left. Floors here were already patched once by somebody, but you know, it could be a donor car if you need a donor car for something, especially the glass. Some of the front trim, I don't think the back trim is worth much, but if you don't have it and you need it, it's a place to come get one. And then of course, the truest most collectible in the bunch is this 4-door 71 Valiant, made famous as a police car in Adam 12. I believe they used a Valiant for one of the seasons, could be wrong. But this one here looks like it went through the Watts riots after the show went off. However, if you're looking for something to put together to go to a demolition derby, it's a pretty healthy car, pretty strong looking, and you wouldn't be beating up anything. So, and then finally we've got a 77 280Z. I remember when these came out, I was a kid, and these were the car of choice. You either had a Porsche, a 280Z, or a Corvette, and 280Zs were the cream of the crop. This one, however, is no longer the cream of the crop. This is pretty much been picked over, so there is nothing left. But it's nice that it's out here, and it's pretty cool that they just line them up against the wall here for people to see. So that is a tour on a Saturday, December morning here in South Florida of Garden Street Auto Salvage in Fort Myers. And I like coming in here every occasionally, just looking for what's around. Just because a car, they don't have a bunch of old cars right now, doesn't mean they may not have some later, because these are sitting in people's yards and they want to get rid of them, or somebody dies and they just sell them for the value of the metal. And the nice thing is with this place is that they do put aside some of the classic stuff to see if anybody wants it. So anyway, have a great day. If you like the video, please hit like, ring the bell, subscribe if you want, that's free, and leave comments if you want. Sorry for the airplane, but you can leave comments, compliments, criticisms. I read it all. I've got a pretty thick skin. So if you say, hey Sean, you're not doing something right, or hey Sean, I like what you're doing, or hey, why didn't you stop and look at the Chevy 20 Econovan conversion, because that's what you're into, let me know. Next time I go to a junkyard or salvage yard, I will go ahead and look for things you guys are interested in. That's why I try to show a lot of different things. And if you want to know exactly where this is, or a phone number or something, then just put it in the comments, or our email address is underneath here as well. You can email me and we're happy to get you the information. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.